Secretary of State Anthony Blinken is apparently delayed his trip to the Middle East due to uncertainty in the region, but the expectation is that once he does arrive, he's going to be putting more pressure on Israel to make concessions to Hamas to do a deal. Blinken will be in Egypt, Israel, Jordan and Qatar to discuss with partners the need to reach a ceasefire agreement that secures the release of all hostages. That's a statement from the State Department spokesperson Matthew Miller. Ami, how should Israel respond to this renewed pressure to make concessions and do a deal?
Yeah, I mean, if Israel didn't respond to pressure in the past, a deal would have been done and Hamas would still be in power, sending rockets and missiles into Israel on a daily basis and probably grabbing more hostages because all you're doing is incentivizing bad behavior, right? I mean, look, macro and micro behavior are very similar. When you teach a kid that it can get away with an inch, that kid's gonna take a mile. The same thing goes with terrorist organizations. And unfortunately, that's the situation that they're trying to put Israel in. And frankly, look, I think, again, to go back to Kamala and how she would respond to this kind of behavior and how she would respond to Israel, look, she was giving a speech recently, and the chants of Genocide Joe were raising up from the audience, and her response was not, hey, guys, this is ridiculous, this is immoral, shut the hell up. She said, look, if you want Trump elected, then that's what you got to do, continue these chants. That's the way she handled it. That's the way she's going to handle Israel and Hamas going forward. Be prepared.
Appeasement, yes. And to Hunter Biden, we've got newly released records and interviews revealing that Hunter Biden sought assistance from the US government for the Ukrainian gas company Burisma, who were eyeing up a potentially lucrative energy project in Italy. This is while Joe Biden was vice president. A White House spokesperson has said Joe Biden was not aware when he was VP that his son was reaching out to the US embassy in Italy. Really? How believable is that, firstly, Ami? And how rich for the New York Times to be running this story prominently when they were among the media who suppressed the Hunter Biden laptop story when it really mattered in the lead up to the 2020 election?
Yeah, you know, I'm going to miss all the Hunter Biden stories and talking about it when that's gone. I got to be honest. I mean, you know, it was a big part of what we were doing. Look, there's, of course, this massive hypocrisy when the New York Times and the rest of the mainstream media suppressed all of these problems and issues when Joe Biden was president. And the more they brought it up, the more they realized it would suppress his electoral possibilities. So they kept quiet about it. But now that Joe Biden is no longer running for president, hey, we might as well tell the truth and talk about the reality of what's going on. So now you're seeing these stories come out because Kamala is running and not Joe Biden. It's gross. It's transparent. It's obvious. I can't believe, look, if I were them, I would just ride on that wagon of saying, hey, let's just suppress it, leave it alone. Why bring up now? It just highlights your hypocrisy and your failure to live up to your responsibilities before. But hey, you know what? I guess better late than never, right?
Yeah, better late than never. Ami Horowitz, thank you for your time this evening.
Always a pleasure.